أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Thank you very much for being with us. We have rescheduled this class from Monday to Friday because what's happening is that because I realized that our class was supposed to end on 30th of Shaban. If you check in the calendar, 30th Shaban is Monday. And I realized that I understand that now JCC is going to start the program on Monday night, maybe on MIC, most probably. So because of that, we were short of one session. So I was thinking that to increase the class time on Monday, and then our classes, because we are few, move on Friday. So let's see how it goes today, and then we can decide after that, inshallah. Let's begin with, as usual, dua. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma waffiqna lima tuhibbu wa tarda wa la takilna ila anfusina tarfat aynin abada. Allahumma shrah bil Qur'ani sadri wasta'mil Qur'ani badani wa nawwir bil Qur'ani basari wa atlib bil Qur'ani lisani wa inni alayhi ma abqaytani fa innahu la hawla wa la quwwata illa bik. As you know, that the slaughter of Palestinians continues in Gaza and other places. So please join me reciting Surah Al-Fatiha for so many souls which have left, which have left this world. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen ar-rahmanir rahim. Maliki yawm الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Zainab bin Haider, since we are two of us only, so please try to interact. Don't make this just as a very boring class because we're only two. So I request you to, you can put on your mic, at least both of you, so you can interact until we have more, because we were supposed to have 4 to 5 people, but I don't see them. There was Mariam Farwa, there was Arshin Fatima, and there's one person, I think, more. So they have not yet joined us. I don't know if they're going to join or not. So let's please make this interactive. I request you to, you don't need to put on your video, but at least your audio should be on so that please can interact. Now, I think that during level 1, both of you were there, I remember, we showed you how to use this, right? So anybody has would you like me to demonstrate once again that how to cut and paste? Do you know how to cut and paste from online to a Word document, Arabic? I think we discussed this thing, if I'm not mistaken, but in case if you want, I can show you once more. Is it okay, or should we just leave it, or you know it?
Would you be able to show us, please?
Good, thank you. Okay, so let's start. These are very good steps, and I will show you. And of course, the slide also will be there later on. Let me show you, because it is good that you learn how to do this. So what we'll do first of all is that we will go to, I usually use tanzil.net. Okay, so let me go to tanzil.net and okay, tanzil.net is there. Let me try to stop share and then share again. Here is tanzil.net. Okay. So can you see tanzil.net?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Good. So let's say that now we want to cut and paste Ayatul Kursi. So Surah Al-Baqarah, you can see this, right? This is on the left side. You can see this is surah number. This is ayat number. So about Ayatul Kursi is Surah Al-Baqarah. And do you know what is ayat number? Anybody? Ayatul Kursi, what is ayat number?
255.
Thank you, yeah. You don't need to switch off, yes, okay, 255, good, thank you. So we go to 255, okay, here it is, you see. So this is your done, and then after that, just you highlight and Control C. Having done that, okay, and then what you do is that now I'm going to open a Word document, okay? So this is the Word document, and again, I'll stop sharing and open new documents. I'll stop sharing the tanzil.net and go to this Word document. Where is this Word document? Yeah, so we go to, here it is. Can you see the Word document now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you can see in the Word document, the font which I like is go for traditional Arabic. Traditional Arabic is what we have been using throughout, traditional Arabic. And also make a big size so we can easily, let's say, for example, we make it 28 for our sake, okay? And the most important thing here is you can see on, after this, example, you see this left to right and right to left, you see? So this is most important because Arabic is written from right to left, so click this right to left direction. Okay, so automatically it's here. This is very important because if people who don't do this thing, when they send the homework, sometimes it is so gibberish, because I don't understand. So, having done that, now since we already copied there, under paste, there are three options you can see. 1, 2, 3, take the last one. Do you see last one? I'm not even still clicked. I just have kept my cursor there and it shows this ayat. Do you see the ayat is there? And now I'm going to just click it so ayat is there. So do you see this ayat is already there? So this is the ayat exactly. Now, if you don't do this way, sometimes, if you, for example, if you take this thing and if you don't like this, sometimes it is not properly. Or in this case, it's okay, but sometimes also you'll find that it will. So it's really important to click right in this. So this is it, and this is the ayat. And then, for example, if I tell you to highlight the pronoun, so now you can just take this qayyum, right, and just highlight, okay? Here is pronoun, sorry, noun, qayyum, right? If you want to, again, definite noun, al-earth, so here is al-earth, okay? This is it. And then here is samawati, which is also definite, right? So I'm highlighting it. No. And then is there anything else? This is the indefinite sinatun, okay? And so, and as okay, al-aliyul, that is also an azim, is also noun, right? They're all noun, because they're definite noun. Ard also is definite noun, okay? So these are all now, you see. So then you can do, and then of course the best thing is you have to write your name. For example, Zainab or Rashid. That's the homework that I know because I see so many emails, so I wouldn't know, for example, what it is. And then when you send me, you don't send in the Word document. If preferable, you can also convert into a PDF because what happens that sometimes things get changed. So, for example, you can just try to, convert into a PDF. Okay. So if you convert into a PDF, example, I'll just put on the desktop just now. Okay. So this is the PDF. So when you send me the PDF document and your name is Zainab or Haidar is there, I know this is coming from you. So is that clear? Any questions? Okay. So this is what I was referring to, that you can know how to cut and paste. You see, so use any website, open the blank MS document, go to the line and click right. This was most important, step number 3, right? And then of course change, we changed the font earlier, you can change, and then press number 3 on your Word document using third option. Keep text only. Because what happens when you do text only, when the when people who have posted Quran online, they use so many other kind of languages, so which is hidden. So we don't want to bring that thing. There are links, other things. So when you just put text, only text comes here. Any kind of, for example, designs or color or no other things will not come there. And that's what our idea is, just to get the text. Is that clear? Any questions? Zainab, okay?
No, that's good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for showing us.
No, you're welcome. Okay, so try, if possible, that instead of either you type it or you can do this thing. Okay. Now coming to here is, as we said, that lesson 14 and 15, we want to finish 15 today, inshallah, and even go beyond, because we are truthfully going faster, inshallah. Is that, as you said, in Arabic, we have two kind of plurals: sound plural and broken plurals. Jamma salim and Jamma taksir. They also have another name, Jamma mukassir, the same thing, taksir. So what is sound plural and broken plural? The difference, as we said, in sound plural, when you do sound, when you do the plural, the original word remains sound, unbroken. Now, we have given example, for example, pen or pens. When we say pens, so pen is singular, pens is plural. So in pens, which is the plural of pen, pen is safe, is sound. It does not change, right? On the other hand, if you take men and try changing to men, plural, so A disappears and E comes. In the same way, woman, for example, right? A disappears and women come. So technically, pen is a sound plural and men is a broken plural. So just an example, right? So for masculine, as we said, we just put alif and nun to get the dual, and waw and nun to get the plural. This is in nominative case, right? We said the dual will change to ya sakin and nun kasra in the accusative and genitive cases, and we suffix waw and nun to get the plural from nominative case, right? In the accusative and genitive cases, the plural will change to ya and nun. So you can see it's very small changes. One is ya and nun kasra is dual, ya and nun fatha is what is accusative, is plural, but accusative, so genitive and nominative, genitive and accusative, sorry. So this is accusative first. For nominative here is alif and nun for dual, waw and nun for plural. For dual, and of course masculine alif and nun to get the dual, and well, this is plural. The dual will change to ya nun sakin in accusative and genitive. So alif and nun kasra will change to ya sakin nun kasra in accusative and genitive form, right? On the other hand, waw and nun, which was nominative for plural, it will change to ya and nun kasra. So you can say, for example, Amir Mu'minina. Amir Mu'minin, that's how it comes. Okay? So this is just sound plural masculine. We'll come to what feminine later on. So keep in mind that in the nominative case, the last letter of noun is dhamma and dhammatain, but this is singular. Accusative is fatha and fathatain, this is again singular. And genitive is, as we did earlier, now kasratain or kasra, this is genitive, this is singular. But as we now switch to plural and dual, nominative accusative no longer follows fatha, kasra, dhamma. It has its own rule. So keep that in mind. Okay. This is the most important thing we do. Okay. And then also we gave an example last time, right? Last class before we ended, we had given an example from ayat of Quran. This is a beautiful ayat of Quran. We'll discuss about it more, whereby Allah uses both the sound, plural for masculine and feminine, for men and women 10 times. So it is all sound plural, okay? But at the same time, both the genders. Inna al-muslimina wal-muslimat. Now, what is the original was muslimuna, okay? Muslim wa muslimuna. Because it is definite, because al-muslimuna, no. But because of inna, now inna brings about accusative, okay? Remember we say inna allaha wa malaikatahu. So inna Allah, it is Allahu. We'll say inna allaha. So that inna brings about fatha, inna allaha wa malaikatahu, right? So in the same way, inna al-muslimina, it was muslimuna became muslimuna, wal muslimina. And now because it started with inna, and now all this wow, this is known as vowel ataf, conjugation, right? Vowel of conjugation. It will follow the previous one. Right? So in the Muslimat, wal mu'minina wal mu'minat. Instead of mu'minuna wal mu'minat, no, it's mu'minina wal mu'minat, right? Wal qanitina qanitat. So this is 10 times. These sound plurals are used both in masculine and feminine genders and in sound plural. So this is a very good example. Okay, and we discussed about about it when it was doing everything, right? Any questions about that? Any question as far as this ayat is concerned and how we used it to understand the sound plural?
No. Okay.
No. Now, very quickly, we go to the next slide. That is, we just we go to the next slide, and this is some of the Quranic Arabic points because we are students of Quranic Arabic, right? So to look at that ayat, there are certain points. There are 4 points are derived. One is the particle inna at the beginning of the verse has controlled entire verse, changing all 20 nouns. Okay? So you can see that, as I said, always the default is nominative, right? So it was muslimuna, wal muslimatu, wal mu'minuna, wal mu'minatu. But because of inna, this inna brought about accusative, muslimina, muslimat. And then because of wow, it goes on changing. So you can see how one particle inna change all this, nominative into accusative. To see the power of that inna, right? That inna, although inna is used to emphasize indeed. And as I said in one of the classes, I don't know if I said in this class or not, but I said that in Quran you find inna a lot. Remember, did we say about it? Anybody knows why there is a lot of inna in Quran? What does it indicate? Do you remember we said in the class? In first level? Either, do you remember?
No, I don't know.
Inna is indeed, surely, or verily. Zainab, do you remember?
No, sorry.
It was because Quran is a divine scripture, right? So Allah says with authority. Nobody in life, for example, can say, surely this will happen. I don't even know that I'm able to finish my class today, right? We hope that inshallah, Allah will give me life and ability and health to complete the class. But there is no guarantee, right? But Allah, when He speaks with authority, no, with firmness. So inna is an indication that this is a divine scripture. Indeed, surely, verily. You see? So you'll find often that because of the inna, you can see the changes it had. It changed all those nominative into accusative. Are you all with me? Now, the second point, of course, is each of the 10 qualities begin with masculine, followed by feminine, despite the words being revealed state the quality of the quality in the spiritual states of both genders. The Quran recognizes only 2 genders. So keep in mind, do you remember we said what was the cause of revelation of this ayat? What is the cause of revelation of this ayat? Anybody remember from last class?
I think you were saying that women were wondering why only men were being addressed in the Quran and not women.
Yeah, there was a lady, right, who went to Prophet. What was her name?
That I can't remember.
Fatima, do you know? Do you remember? What was the name of that lady who went to the Prophet and complained?
Sorry, I don't remember either.
Asma bint Umays. You cannot come to class without revising the previous class, right? There was a slide we had put there. Asma bint Umays, a great lady, right? She had gone to Abyssinia, to Habash with her husband Jafar Tayyar, because Muslims are persecuted. When she came back, she started learning all the verses of Quran to reveal. Then she asked, was something revealed for the women? And the wives of the Prophet said no. So she went to Rasulullah and complained. And this ayat was revealed. Although, as you know, grammatically, if we just say Muslimina, it includes both men and women. But just to show that women also have a status. So this ayat was revealed to bring about the equality, that women also have the same spiritual status, right? Even then, Allah begins with masculine, feminine. Inna muslimina wal muslimat, wal muminina wal muminat, wal qanitina wal qanitat. No, the believing men, the believing women. The Muslim men, the Muslim women. The believing men, the believing women. The obedient men, obedient women. Right? The truthful men, the truthful women. So you can see that as far as the Quranic culture is concerned, what happens that masculine appears first, then feminine. Today, of course, you see in the Western world, it will become a fashion that no, if I were to stand up and say, Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, right? We always try to say sisters first, ladies first. This is a modern day phenomena. As far as Quran is concerned, although ayat which talks about equality of men and women, even then starts with masculine. This is a Quranic culture, right? And then another thing, of course, there are only two genders as far as Quran is concerned. There is no third gender. Sometimes, for example, in books of fiqh, they say there is a third gender. For example, a person, a boy or a girl, is born with some kind of physical inabilities. So there's a different thing. But otherwise, there are only two genders. Why? Because just now we are going through a lot of confusion. People say that, okay, I'm a boy, but in my mind, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, and all those kind of things. And they are increasing so many genders, right? As far as Quran is concerned, there is just straightforward. There are only two genders, you can see. Allah has mentioned both, right? That's one. And then you can see it's not only this ayat, it is a Quranic culture. So let us look at it. Open the Quran, for example. Let's look at these verses very quickly. 3:195. We will not look at all because I want to complete all the rest of the see. Let's go to Surah number 3, ayat 195. Okay. So if you go to 3:195, open the Quran, right? And I'll give you a number of examples there, but just we'll look at a few. Okay. So 3:195, you can see Allah says here, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right? Says, فَاسْتَجَابَ لَهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ أَنِّي لَا أُضِيعُ عَمَلَ عَامِلٍ مِنْكُمْ مِنْ ذَكَرٍ وَأُنْثَى. Right? If you hear the translation which I'm using, it's on page 104. You can see it says, فَاسْتَجَابَ لَهُمْ, then the Lord answered them, أَنِّي لَا أُضِيعُ عَمَلَ عَامِلٍ مِنْكُمْ, I do not waste the work of any worker amongst you, مِنْ ذَكَرٍ وَأُنْثَى, whether male or female. Do you see? So the Quranic culture is that men and women. So it doesn't mean, for example, today, if I were to stand up and give a presentation and say, dear brothers and sisters, or dear men and women, the women should not feel that, oh, what is this? It should be the other way around. No, the Quranic culture is this. Okay, so this ayat is there. We will look also, for example, at 33:73. I won't look at all the ayat. You can later on, when you get a chance, you can look at it yourself. But let's go to 33:73. Okay, so if you go to Surah 33, ayat number 73, because even that ayat which we did earlier was 33:35. Okay, now we go to 33:73. Okay? So we go to Surah 33, ayat number 73. So if you look at that ayat, subhanAllah, أعوذ بالله من بسم الله ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات. Do you see? Allah will surely punish the hypocrites, men and women, the polytheists, men and women. Allah will turn clemently to the faithful men and women. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. So do you see? There are mention of what? Munafiqeen and munafiqat. Mushrikina, mushrikat. Mu'minina, mu'minat. Munafiqeen are those are hypocrites who are men. Munafiqat, hypocrites who are women. Now, mushrikina are idolaters who are men. Mushrikati, idolaters who are women. Mu'minina is non-mu'minat. So, Quranic culture has been always, okay, that Allah addresses men and then women. So keep that in mind as well. Number 3, some qualities require additional words. For example, see here, we say that Osaimin or Saiman. Wal hafizina furujum wal hafizat. Hafizina are those who just guard. But guard what? Allah said, those who guard their private parts, furujum. وَالْحَافِظَاتِ. You see? So some qualities require additional words, additional clarification. حَافِظِينَ فُجَّارِ. وَالذَّاكِرِينَ. Zakina, those who remember. But remember what? Do they remember their homework? Do they remember their family? Do they remember their dead? What is it? No, the deceased people, no. وَالذَّاكِرِينَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ. Those who remember Allah a lot, وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ. So some qualities require additional words to clarify, okay, adjective. But once it is done, once a quality has been clarified in the first gender, you don't need to repeat this clarification in the following gender, okay? So when Allah said, right, that وَالْحَافِظِينَ فُرُوجَهُمْ, those men who safeguard their private parts, وَالْحَافِظَاتِ, and those women who safeguard. Now you don't need to repeat furujahunna because that is just understood. Okay, so once equality has been described and then you put another gender, just it is. Those remember Allah a lot. وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ, and among those remember women. But again, we don't say وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ, no, الذَّاكِرَاتِ كَثِيرًا, الذَّاكِرَاتِ Allah كَثِيرًا. It doesn't repeat, right? It just says الذَّاكِرَاتِ, no? So keep in mind that some qualities require, adjectives require additional words, but when you say this thing and if you want to repeat for the second gender, you don't repeat that additional words, okay? Finally, when promising the immense rewards for people having these 10 qualities, Allah confines to using the masculine form, which of course includes the feminine. Although we say that ayat was revealed when Janabi's Asma bint Umays came, and what about the women, and this ayat was revealed, and she was happy, right? Even then, Allah at the end says, Adallahu lahum. He doesn't say lahunna, right? If it was women, he could have said lahunna. He says lahum. Maghfiratun ajnadim. Does it mean that this maghfirat and great reward is only for men? No. Adallahu lahum. So lahum also includes men and women. Are you with me? So this proves the point. Remember we said that when, for example, there is a group of men and women, then you use the masculine form. Is that clear? Any questions? Good. Just also say go ahead and should go. I don't want to spend. So this is the table, which we had also last time put in our slides. So any question regarding this table? This table is slightly different than what appears in our book. In our book, the table appears Salihun, and they just say Salihani, Salihuna, Salihaini. And this is how the table appears, right? But what we have done, this is how the book shows. For example, Salihun, Salihani, Salihaini. Salihuna, it doesn't say what these two are, right? Salihatani, it doesn't say. What we have done is that we have expanded this table. Expand this table to explain it better. So whenever I ask you to, for example, conjugate, if you take a word and try to, for example, do all these different cases of sun, duals, and plural, if I ask you to do it, then don't use this example, what appears in your book. This example is fine, is not incomplete, but it doesn't give all the details. Rather, we have done this way. See, you break into it. First of all, we have added, what we have added is that to this table, there is already gender, okay? But between gender, this singular, okay, dual and plural, what we have added here is that we have also added case here to show, no, nominative, accusative, genitive, nominative, accusative, genitive. Then for singular, we have given all those three cases. See, katibun, katiban, katibin. Katib is a writer, a secretary, somebody who writes, right? Kiramul katibin, right? Those people who, those angels who write our record. Say kiramul katibin, right? Those angels who are writing our records, what we do. So katibun is a writer. So katibun is nominative, singular. Accusative, katiban, and katibin. On the other hand, our author just wrote one, salihun. She did not give then accusative and nominative of all this. No? What we have done, that because we have done already level 1, whereby we did accusative is tumatain, sorry, nominative is dumatain, accusative is tatain, and genitive is kasratain. You see? So katibun, katiban, katibin. And then now we said katibun, nominative, dual is katibani, and plural is katibuna. But accusative and genitive now in singular they are different. katibun and katibin. But in dual and plural form, they are same. Accusative is katibaini, okay, and plural is katibina. Genitive is, no, again, katibaini, and plural is katibina. So do you see this thing? So when it comes to singular, you've got three cases separately, but when it comes to dual and plural, there is nominative, accusative, and genitive are same. So that was masculine. Okay? Then we come to feminine, muannis. So katibun is a boy, a writer. A girl who is a writer, a secretary, will say katibatun. She's a writer, katibatun. Like for example, Amin and Amina, right? Amin is a masculine, Amin is boy's name, Amina is a girl's name. How? Because we put ta marbuta. So katibatun. Nominative, katibatan. Accusative, katibatin, genitive. When it comes to dual, katibatun is katibatani, dual, okay, in nominative form. And plural is katibatun, dummatain, katibatun. But now comes accusative, katibatan, but katibataini, katibatin, right? This is accusative. Genitive again, katibatin in singular, but when it comes to dual and what masculine, plural is katibataini, katibatani. Okay. So this is the kind of table you would use. Okay, when I ask you to take a noun and get its dual, sound dual and plurals, please use this form. Okay. And then we also given another example. Now, there's only one here, but I remember in the previous slides, or maybe if you guys go on our website, I also done another example so that you know how to do it. Okay. Now we come to here. That was sound plural up to now we discussed, okay? Because all that was sound plural. Now we come to sound plural masculine. Now sound plural feminine, which was there in the ayat also, refers to both human nouns and adjectives and to things as well. So keep in mind that although sound plural, this Muslimin or Muslimat, this refers to men for Muslimat, but sound plural feminine does not only refer to menfolk, human beings. It refers to menfolk, human beings. It refers to adjectives and also things as well. So this is interesting, right? So it is formed by replacing the feminine marker ta marbuta, which is a small one, at the end with a big ta alif, ta, right? As you can see here it was the katibun, katiba, no, it's a katibatun, katibatani. So there is ta, alif, and nun, dual and katibatun. See? So this is it. Alif and ta, which is now ta marbuta, has become big ta. It is taken dumaten, and alif is there. See? So this ta marbuta disappears, alif comes, and big ta comes, katibatun. Okay, so we added alif and ta. And then, of course, the letter ta here will take dhamma. In the nominative case, when the noun or adjective is definite, and double dhamma when it is indefinite. In accusative and genitive cases, the letter ta will take kasra when definite or double, as you can see, right? So it is katibatun, katibatin. So in nominative is dhamma, and accusative is and genitive is kasratain. Okay. So this is as far as sound preference is concerned. So let us look at this thing. Okay. Let's try to find sound plurals and duals in this. Okay. Let's highlight. We have got three of you. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 verses. Okay. So let us do. You choose anyone can choose any one ayat. Other person will choose the second one and third one. So start. Anybody would like to start? Take one ayat and try to choose sound plural or dual. First ayat. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ آيَتَيْنِ.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, Fatima.
I think ayataini is
Yes.
like
Okay, ayataini is what?
um,
You're allowed to open the Quran, okay? No problem. It's not an exam. So yes, ayataini.
Yeah.
What ayataini means?
with the kasra like
So It
Majroor?
is what? It is sound plural, dual, or singular?
Plural.
Anybody else?
It's dual.
Tiny.
It's a dual, right?
Mhm.
It's a dual. Ayataini.
Tiny.
See,
Yeah.
let's look at it.
Mhm.
See, katibatun, no, katibataini, taini. You see,
Tiny.
it is
Yes.
dual, and how you can also know it from here. See, waja'alna,
Mm-hmm.
we have made a layla, the night, one nahara, and the day, ayataini, as two signs. Okay, so these
Right.
are signs of Allah. Although in our life, since you were created, since you were born, and you were growing up, day and night is so normal things. But no, subhanallah, go out. No, those people who were in desert, and they used to, for example, try to trace the directions, the stars, wind and storms, all those things. So they used to really look at this day and night. It used to be a great thing for them, even namaz timing, right? So Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ آيَتَيْنِ. We have made the night and the day as two signs, ayatain. So ayatain here is what it is. I'm going to now change this. This is a dual, okay? So we'll put red. This is dual, ayatain. Yes, somebody next one. Jannatani an yamini wa shimali. What is this? Dual or plural?
Jannatani is dual.
Good. Yes. Jannatani is dual. Of what? Of Jannah, right? Jannatani. You can
Yeah.
see that if you look at the previous slide, right? So Jannatani, you see? So this is it, Katibatani. See, Katibatani. So Jannatani is actually dual. And it says Jannatani an yamini wa shimal. From the right and left. So there are two gardens. As you are walking through the stream, there is a garden on the right and there is a garden on the left. No? Jannatani and Yamini. Yamin is right, Shimal is left. No? So you find garden on the right and left. So again, Jannatani, this is also dual. But this was, you can see, Ayatani, this was in accusative and genitive form. On the other hand, Jannatani is nominative form. Why? Because it is Mubtada. Remember Mubtada and Khabar we read earlier? So this is Mubtada, it's a subject. So it is in a nominative form. For example, two grandsons of the Prophet say Sibta Rasulullah. Sibtan, that means two grandsons. Hasnan is the correct name, but we say Hasnain, which is not because just it's been used. Otherwise, originally should always be dual should or default should always be nominative, right? So this is Jannatan. On the other hand, Ayatain is also dual, but it is accusative. Okay. Now we come to next one. وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. Yes, Haider?
Wal mu'minuna is plural,
Mm-hmm.
and wal mu'minatu is I think that's plural as well.
Okay, good. So both وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ, okay, is a plural, and so is Walminat. Except the first one is what? Is masculine. The second one is what? Is a feminine, right? Ba'adhum awliya ba'ad. Again, subhanallah. Remember I told you that when there is a mix, then you will use a masculine pronoun. Ba'adhum means what? No, some of them. If it was only muminat, Allah would say ba'adhunna, right? Because hum is a masculine plural, right? But ba'adhum awliya ba'ad. They are friends of each other. They are allies of each other. So again, although Allah says luminat, but then he just used ba'du. He doesn't say ba'duhunna. He doesn't say ba'duhunna or they are ba'd. No, he says they are friends or allies of each other. Okay, so this is good. And now it's my turn. Inna al-muttaqina fi jannatin wa na'im. So muttaqina is again plural. Now it is accusative. Okay? This is accusative because, first of all, it is plural, so it will just highlight. It's accusative because of inna. And we said inna al-muslimina in the same way. It was muttaquna, but it is inna al-muttaqina. Fi Jannatin. What is Jannatin? Anybody? Dual or plural?
I
Plural.
think
Plural?
plural.
Yes,
Yeah.
plural of Jannah. Is Jannatun? Jannatain is Jannatan is two, but Jannatin. Okay, it is Jannatin. This is plural again. Now why it is Kasratain, Jannatin?
Because of fee.
Ahsan, because of preposition fi. You see, it was Jannatun, but because of fi became Jannatin. Okay, so that was good. Alhamdulillah. So that was a good way of understanding these things. Now, as students of Quran, whenever you read, please, especially in this month of Ramadan, I hope that as you do in Ramadan, you will enjoy reading differently, your perspective different, and you will remember us, inshallah, that no, you will see that how different it is as you read the Quran. You try to understand, you understand the concept, is that right? So I think some of you did, but if you're not done, then I would request you to make a table similar to not slide 7, but slide 8. Okay, so I will correct this thing only in slide 8 only. Okay, so let's go to just the way it is in slide number 8. Okay. So if you later on get chance, just make a table similar to this slide number 9, not even 8. Slide number 9. So 9. Okay. So for homework, just prepare this thing. Kafirun, Kazimun, Mun. If you're not done. If you've done it earlier, because I got so many homeworks I marked, so I don't know. But if you're not done that, please make a table similar to slide number 9. But for Kafir, for Kafir, for Kazimun, and Mun. Okay. So try to do this thing, it will help you. But use this template, okay? Try to use this template. Any questions? Okay. Did we have, I asked you to do the words. Did we do this quiz in the last class? We didn't do it, right? Did we do it?
I think we did.
We did? I don't think in this class we did it. Anybody remember that? Did we do this quiz?
Yeah, we did in the second class, I think. First or second.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, good. If you did it, that's fine. Okay, then in that case, if you did it, then I'm glad because then here's the answer, okay? Now, you did it and I did mark those who sent and I marked. So this is the answer, okay?
Mhm.
Now, these are the answers and many people had problems. Examples, one of the answer which was wrong again was akhir, al-akhir. Because what happens that akhir, if you see in our word list, let me bring the book, okay? So it was in the word list, which appeared on our website, word list, if you see, right? So in our word list, we have got, for example, al-akhiratu, al-akhiru, akharun, and okra. There were 4 words, right? So a lot of people make mistakes. There was al-akhiratu, which is the hereafter. There is al-akhir, last, right? Akharun, akharun, you can say is what others, right? Akharun, and okra, others, right? But okra is akhar, but what is no, what feminine form. Ukhra is feminine of akhar. For example, kabir, kubra, right? We say ghaibat kubra. Ghaibat is feminine, we say ghaibat kubra. So ukhra is a feminine form. Then of course amrun, many of you got correct, but most of you wrote amr as command, which is okay, but you can see amr is matter, thing, or order. For example, we say salamun hi hatta matla'i. Now تنزل الملائكة الروح فيها كل أمر, right? تنزل الملائكة فيها بكل أمر. So the angels come down for all affairs. So amr is affair or thing or matter, right? Mu'minatun. You got correct, but people did not, they said believer. But no, mu'minatun is not believer. So mu'minatun is a believer which means mu'mina, a woman. It was important to put F there. Okay. And then ujurun, people had also problem ujurun. Ajr is reward, ujur is rewards. Ajr is reward, ujur is poor. Insun, this many more correct. Ayatun, okay. Surprisingly, that people had problem, but this ayatun is verses, signs, or messages. Ayatun. Mubin, banatun, subhanallah. Many people make mistake in both your class and also other class. Banatun is daughters. Bint is daughter. No, so banatun is daughters. Badun is son. Bayidun is far. Right? Then of course this was the plural of no mumin is muminun. I'm surprised that some people wrote muminun, the plural is muminin. It's not possible because muminun is nominative form. So the plural also should be nominative, muminun. Muminin is correct, but it is accusative or genitive form. Okay, so muminun, muminun. Ibnun, abna'un or banun, right? Abun is aba'un. And amrun is umurun, and akhirun is akhirun. So these are the answers. Now we come to here. Okay, now we go to the next lesson, that is broken plural. Okay. Now broken plural, keep in mind, broken plural is no. Before I go, no, this is still not broken plural. This is a sound plural. Okay, we already covered. So let's look at this thing. Now again, I want you to join me. Okay, we will try to color code in nominative, accusative, genitive form. Also, we will try to find the cause of it. That what brought them accusative, nominative cause. Okay, it is important. So I'll put the answer there, but try to understand. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman. Ulaika humul muflihun. Ulaika humul muflihun. These are the people who are muflihun. These are people who are successful. So muflihun is the sound plural. Okay, do you see? Now, is this nominative, accusative, or genitive?
Nominative.
It's
Nominative.
nominative. How do we know it's nominative, Heather?
I looked at the chart in the last
Okay,
the
good. So
noon.
yeah, nominative muflihun. Okay, and we've given the reason. Khabar. It's a khabar here. You can see 2-5. It's a khabar. Ulaika humul muflihun. Okay, so it's a khabar. These are people who are successful. So it's a khabar. It's a khabar, the predicate, right? Mu'minun. Plus, also remember we said earlier, if you see back and if you look at here, so you can see katibun. It's nominated, right? Katibun. It's not katibaini or it's katibun, right? So it must be because of waw and noon. This is the sign of nominative, right? So it's nominative. Is that clear? Okay. Or yufsiduna. Now, many people sometimes also try to highlight this yufsiduna because they say wow and no. Yes, this is plural and nominative, but keep in mind when yufsiduna, this is a verb. We have not yet got into verb as yet. Okay, so you should not even touch it just now. No, just not. Fil ardi. Ulaika humul khasirun. Again, it's like muflihun. Ulaika humul khasirun. So again, khasirun is also nominative, sound plural, and again the reason is same. Khabar, it is a predicate. Mutta and khabar. Ulaika humul khasirun. These are the one. No? Wattaqullah. Wa'alamu, fear Allah and know. And Allah ma'al muttaqin. This is very, very popular ayah, right? Wattaqullah. Just fear Allah. That means all the time, whatever we do, we keep Allah in mind. That will Allah approve this thing? Will Allah accepting this thing? Will Allah be pleased with what I'm doing? So wattaqullah. No, be good conscious. Wa'alamu and know. Anna Allah. Remember I told you anna and inna brings about accusative. So it was Allahu is anna Allah. Now anna Allah ma'al muttaqin. So what is muttaqin? First of all, as you can see, muttaqin is what? Sound plural, right? Now, is this accusative or genitive? Is muttaqin accusative, genitive, or nominative? Please, anybody? Don't worry if it's wrong. You won't be punished, right?
Genitive?
It's
Genitive.
genitive. Yes. Why it is genitive? Why it is genitive?
Because maybe of qeen, qaf, ya, noon.
Because of
Ya and noon at the ending and ma.
that is a sign of genitive. But why? What made it genitive? That ya and noon can be genitive or accusative both, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, your answer is correct, genitive. Why is genitive? Because of what? Because of preposition ma.
Ma. Yes.
Remember, if you remember our class, no, lesson 5 or 6, we are just now lesson 15. Lesson 5 and 6, we did this preposition. Then there were some words which behaved like preposition. One of them is ma, right? If you hear the text, open the page, I'll tell you which page it shows there, right? So if you go to lesson number, okay, preposition 1, and then preposition 2, okay? And then if you see on page 27, there is a table. We are told that the following words, they are not preposition, but they behave like preposition, right? So if you see there's a table there. On the right and the left side table column, there is ladun, there is ma'a. You see ma'a there? So ma'a is a preposition. So it was muttaquna. Allah is with those who are pious, muttaqin. But here it says, Inna Allah ma'al muttaqin. No, that Allah is with the muttaqin. So it is genitive. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We go to the next one. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. Sometimes you will see me that I bring the entire verse. The reason is that I don't want you to, as one of the sisters also said, that I don't want you to only just learn the grammar. I want you to also learn the Quranic context. We are students of Quran now. Quran is our book, and we'll, inshallah, may Allah give us the tawfiq that we'll always be Quran students. No? So the complete ayat has a beautiful message here. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, all those believe. Anfiku, you are welcome to open the translation. Anfiku mimma razaqnakum. No, just spend from what we have given, what Allah has given. Min qabli an ya'tiya yawmun, before that day, la bay'un fi wa la khullatun. A time would come when there is no transaction, there is no selling or buying, nor is there any friend, wala shafan, nor is there intercessor. So on the day of judgment, you will not be able to, for example, do any kind of transaction, buy or sell, or for example, give or take. You will not have friends to support you, nor will any intercessor. So keep in mind that you should always try to spend before the time comes. And Ramadan is the best time. Even though Shaban, Ramadan, these are the best time to spend in the way of Allah. Okay, so do that. وَالْكَافِرُونَ مُضَّالِمُونَ. Because now on that day, now the kafirun, we are told that you'll find that there'll be zalimun. So kafiruna, is this sound plural, kafiruna?
Yes, plural.
Okay, it's sound plural. What about zalimuna?
Yes, plural.
It's also sound. Okay, now tell me that is this nominative, accusative, or genitive? I want others to also to participate. Either Zainab, is this nominative, accusative, or genitive?
Nominative.
It's nominative, assent. How do you know?
Because of the ending.
Yeah, wow and nun, assent. Wow and nun. Okay, nominative, both. Zalimuna. You can see wow and nun. Now that is nominative because they are signed clearly, wow and nun. Now let us know the reason why they are nominative. What is the cause of being nominative? So this is correct. This is nominative. So we will put in that case red mark. Okay, so this is red, and this is also red. Okay, now tell me why they are nominative. Please, anybody? Because the first one is mubtada, right? Al-kafiruna humud zalimun. The second one is khabar. No. So one is mubtada and khabar. Okay. So you can see here mubtada and khabar. Because mubtada is the subject. In a nominative sentence, we did earlier, nominative sentence, right? I think it was lesson maybe 12 or 13, I think 13. When we did the what nominative sentences there. So mubtada, wal kafiruna, that is the subject. Humul zalimun, they are the one who are what they are the one who are wrongdoers. Humul zalimun. And remember we said that the mubtada is always definite. But khabar can be indefinite or definite. If it's definite, then you have to put in between a pronoun, humuz zalimun. Wal kafiruna zalimun, no, it doesn't make. Wal kafiruna humuz zalimun. The kafirun are the one who are zalimun. Okay, so the one is mubtada, other is khabar. Okay, next one. إن كان من قوم عدو لكم وهو مؤمن فتحرير رقبة مؤمنة. فإن كان من قوم عدو لكم. So what happens, it has been discussed that in a war, for example, you happen to fight somebody and you kill. So he's your enemy, he's your opponent. That's why you're killing. But now in the process, you're killing a believer. For example, there was a war between Iran and Iraq for 8 years. You were in Iraq. Saddam forces you that you go and fight. When you are fighting, you happen to kill a woman, a believer, right? Or even, for example, Iranian was fighting Iraq. An Iranian soldier, for example, killed a person from Iraq, and they realized that the person who was killed was a mu'min, right? So in kana min qawmin aduwwin lakum, somebody who is from your opponent, from your enemy, mu'min, but happened to be a believer. But tahrir raqabat mu'minatin. Then what you are supposed to do is that you have to free a soul. Raqabat is a soul or a neck. Mu'minatin. You have to free free a slave girl who is a mu'mina. So, but tahriru is freeing. Remember those who were following when there was a spring, Arab Spring at that time in Cairo, people used to gather in Tahrir Square, right? Tahrir Square. That means Freedom Square. But Tahrir, you have to free. Rakabatin is neck or literally a soul. Muminatun. Muminatun, because Rakabatin is feminine, is Muminatun. So you will free a believing woman as a compensation for killing a believer. So okay, now tell me, is this singular, plural, nominative, accusative, genitive, all those things?
Singular, and mu'minun is nominative.
Mu'minatun is nominative.
Mu'minun.
Here, sorry, mu'minun. Yeah, okay, that is right. That is a singular and it is nominative. That's correct. So mu'minun. So why it is nominative? Can you tell me why?
Because of the dhammatain.
Yeah, okay, there's a sign, but why? What causes is nominative? You're right, because of the dhammatain, it is nominative. That's correct. But what is the cause of it? What made it nominative?
I'm not sure.
It is a khabar, right? وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ. All of you have to revise again that lesson. I think people are having still problem with the lesson number. Let me tell you which lesson we are talking about. Lesson number, lesson number 13. I know 13 is a bad number, they say American, but no, that's the place to do Mubtada khabar. So this is, for example, Kul huwallahu ahad. Kul huwallahu ahad, right? So huwa is mubtada and Allah is khabar. So it's wa huwa mu'minun. So huwa is mubtada and khabar is mu'minun. Because of mu'min, yes. So that's correct. It is singular and it is nominative. Next one. Rakabatin. What is rakabatin? Is it singular, plural, or dual?
It's also singular.
Yes. How do we know it's singular?
because of the kasratain.
Kasratain Asam, right. So now you know that it's singular, and now also you know that it is accusative, nominative, genitive. What is it?
Genitive.
Yeah, of course, it is genitive, right? We said in genitive form, you always find kasratain. Good. So it is genitive. Okay. What about muminatin? Same, right?
The same.
Singular and genitive. Talk about muminatin, because muminatin here is a adjective murakaba. You have to tahrir rakabatin, you have to free a soul which is a believer. So it is an adjective of rakaba. Adjective always follows the noun. Okay. Now, إن المنافقين في الدرك الأسفل من النار لن تجد لهم نصيرا. Again, you can see I have given the entire verse here because there is a very important message. But just now, let's come to what Quranic energy. إن المنافقين في الدرك الأسفل من النار ولن تجد لهم نصيرا. So where is there a singular, dual, or plural? The singular, dual, plural?
I think munafiqina is plural.
Yeah, so this is plural. Okay, good. Now what is this? Is this nominative, accusative, or genitive? Munafiqun, as you know, sound plural, right? Like
Accusative.
Muslimuna munafiqun, so sound plural.
Accusative.
Okay, how do you know it's accusative?
Because of inna.
Awesome, because of inna. Okay, so we will put blue there. Okay, inna munaf. That's very good. See, munafiq is singular. Munafiquna is a sound plural, which you know by now. Muslim, muslimuna, right? Munafiquna. Now, this is munafiqeen. So it is either accusative or genitive. So munafiqun is nominative. So either accusative or genitive. In this case, it is accusative because of inna. Inna brings about accusative, right? Inna Allah. Good. Now again, let's come to the ayat very quickly. Inna al-munafiqina fi darki al-asfali min al-nari wa lan tajid lahum nasira. Allah is so much angry with the hypocrites. Hypocrisy is so bad. Hypocrisy is a person whose heart is different than his appearance. He appears to be a Muslim or a Muslima or a Momina, right? But in the heart, does not love Islam, does not like his Iman, does not, right? So these are hypocrites. So Allah says, Inna al-munafiqina, surely the hypocrites, bid-darkil asfali min al-nar. They will be at the lowest level of the Jannah. Jannah also has stages. The hypocrites will be at the lowest level, min al-nar. وَلَن تَجِدَ لَهُ نَصِيرًا. You will not find them any helpers. They are there, stay, no helpers there. So you see, nifaq, hypocrisy is so bad. إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ بِالدَّرْكِ الْأَسْفَلِ مِنَ النَّارِ وَلَن تَجِدَ لَهُ نَصِيرًا. So I just also, that Quranic message also good. Now, last one. إِنِّي وَجَّهْتُ وَجْهِي لِلَّذِي فَطَرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ حَنِيفًا وَمَا أَنَا مُشْرِكٌ. Again, I've done the whole ayat, I'll tell you why. First of all, let us find, is there singular, dual, or plural?
Dual.
Dual? Where is dual?
Samawati.
Samawati is dual. Let's look at the
Oh,
table.
sorry. Plural.
Plural, exactly. Samawati is plural, okay? Good. So Samawati is plural. Now tell me whether is it nominative, accusative, or genitive?
Accusative.
Correct, accusative. How do you know it's accusative? How do you know it's accusative? Anybody?
Yeah, I think because of inni in the beginning of the ayah.
Any is far, very far from there. Samawati is very far. So what is being Samawati accusative? it's an object, right? Fatara is to create, to originate. Fatara is to originate. So Allah is the one, Fatara samawat, the creator or the originator of the samawat. So Fatara is a verb, samawat is object. Okay? So Fatara samawat. So it is, Zainab is correct, it is plural of samawat, but because it is an object, it is samawati. Otherwise, it was samawatu, but it's samawat. Okay, that was plural. On the other hand, you can see earth, right? Earth is singular here. No, although there are many earths, but because human being only knows one earth, he says samawat and earth. No, and Allah is the one who created the heavens and the earth. Again, this is also, you can see accusative, it has a fatha. In singular form, accusative has fatha. See, in singular form, accusative has fatha. If it is indefinite, it's kitaban. If it is definite, it's kitaba. Right? So because this is definite, al-arda is definite, so it is al-arda. Do you see? If it was not definite, we say ardun, but it is definite, al-arda. Okay.
So what's the reason that samawat is accusative? What's the reason here?
Because it's object.
Okay.
Object. Fatara is the verb.
Okay.
This is object. And so is wow also because Allah has created the heavens and also the earth. This is also object. Okay, but this is plural, this is singular. Hanifan. Wama ana minal mushrikeen. What is mushrikeen?
Plural.
Plural, okay. Sound, plural of what? What is the singular? What was the singular? Mushrikeen. Mushrik, right? Like Muslim. Muslim is mushrik. Mushrik is idolater. Mushrikeen is the plural. Okay, so it's correct plural. Now, is it accusative, genitive, or nominative?
I think accusative.
What makes it more accusative?
Oh no, it's genitive.
Very good. It's genitive, right? What makes it genitive?
The min in front.
Exactly, because of preposition mean. Simple as that, right? So this is the revision of what you've done already, but you should be able to do it very fast. No? It takes quite long for us to still register these things, which I realize is not easy, but if you revise your lessons, it will be easier. No? So it's so clear. So this one only slide brought us so many things together. We brought about preposition, we brought about singular, sound plural, dual, sound dual, right? Feminine, masculine. Then we also brought about mubtada, khabar, basic. Within that one slide, all those rules are revised. Subhanallah. Any questions? Okay. So good. So that completes all lessons, no? 13, 14, 15. By doing this thing, we have revised 13, 14, 15. There was one thing which we didn't mention, but I just want to, for example, here. Tahrir Rakabati. See, this is lesson 12. Mudaf, mudaf. Tahriru, freeing of a slave. Okay, Rakabati. So Rakabatin, you can see Tahriru Rakabatin, this is mudaf, mudaf. Because mudaf is always genitive, right? Tahrir Rakabati, Rakabatin is genitive because of Tahrir Rakabatin. Okay, we didn't use it. So this is also mudaf. So lesson 12. Lesson 12, 13, 14, 15. We did 4 lessons, but with just by answering this slide. You see, 4 lessons were covered. Okay, this is what we did. Now we go to number 15. Okay. Inshallah, after doing this slide, I will this next slide we will stop. Right? So this is it. Okay, Jamal Mukassir. That was Jamal Salim, now Jamal Mukassir. Token plurals are formed by change of vowel patterns from singular to plural. So this is important. Change of vowel patterns. You'll find that this vowel pattern, there's a lot of change of vowel pattern. Words with spoken plurals are like mouse or mice, foot or feet, right, in English. Most of the Arabic nouns and a fair number of adjectives have been spoken plurals. So most of Arabic nouns, you can see, and fair number of adjectives have broken plurals. So keep in mind that, in other words, there are many broken plurals in Arabic. There are some plurals, but more than that, broken plurals are more. Okay, so if you take all the listing of words, vocabulary, and if you see sound plural and broken plural, majority are broken plural. You can see, especially even most of them you can see now, and also adjectives, broken plurals. So, and there are many forms of broken plural. Again, broken plural is not only one form. For example, sound plural is only one form. Muslim, Muslimuna, or Muslim, Muslimina. So either waw nun or ya nun, right? That's not the case. When it comes to broken plural, there is no single pattern. There are different kind of patterns. So that is even more confusing. It's only over time, with experience, you will be able to predict which form sounds correct in changing to the broken plurals. It's only through experience you will know that how it is. Every time when you read, try to know this thing, right? At the outset, it is impossible to make such predictions. You cannot predict, for example, what kind of pattern will take. It is only through examples you will know, right? So here is the example. Besides what our book gives, subhanAllah, if you open our book, if you've got the text there, open lesson number 15, right? If you open lesson number 15 in the text, okay, you'll find that the author, she has given us list, okay, there on page 48. You see all this: Rabbun, Arbabun, Baytun, Buyutun, Masjidun, Masajidun, Miskinun, Masakinu, Nafsun, Anfusu, Rukun, Arwahun, Kalbun, Kulubun, right? And then, of course, Adunun, Adanun. All this she has given list, right? In addition to those, I've also given you another list, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll give you 10 words, right? Not 10, yeah, 10. And here are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 14. So she has given 14 patterns, 14 words. And I'll give another 10. So already we've got 24 examples. So you get an idea that how the patterns change. Okay, keep in mind. So abdun, servant. Ibadun, no servants. Ab is singular. Ibadun, servants. Okay. Karn is century. No, Karnul Jadid, a new century. Karn is century. Kurunun is plural. Fakiyatun, a fruit. Fawakiyatun, you'll find Quran comes Fawakiyatun, right? That is fruits. Rajulun, man. Rijalun, men, M-E-N, plural, right? Qariyatun, a locality or a town. Qura is plural, right? Qawmun, aqwam, community. Qawmun is, even the word community originally is Arabic, from qawm. The English word community is from Arabic word, qawmun, aqwam. Manfa'atun, benefit, manafi'un. Sanatun, year, sinun. Thawbun, the long we wear, the shirt, right, is thawbun. So, no, it is thiyabun. For example, they said you make the mayyat wear the thawb, right? That is the shirt. Make the shirt wear. So that's thawbun, thiyabun. Yawmun, yan, day, ayam. Okay, so these are all examples of broken plural. Any questions? Any question about this? You can also open your text, and there are examples that, there are 14 examples there. Okay, so you can also open that one. You will find that what they are there. You can see the pattern. There is not a single pattern. There is not what you have to be able to learn from this thing. Okay, so let's look at this thing and we'll end the discussion today. This is it. You can open the Quran and also find the translation. No, Bismillah. I'll just discuss 9:35. So another 5 minutes, 10 minutes we'll discuss and then pause. No. Okay. ذلك من أنباء الغيب نوحيه إليك. ذلك من أنباء الغيب وما كنت لديهم إذ يلقون أقلامهم. Okay, so let's open the Quran. Okay, open the Quran and see the translation because it will get an idea. So Surah number 3, ayat number 44. If it's not there, then maybe my mistake of putting the references may not be correct, but hopefully I will not make a mistake. So hopefully. Okay, it's correct. Bismillah. In my Quran, it's page 76. ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِي إِلَيْكَ. These accounts are from the unseen, which we reveal to you. So Amba is accounts or information. The singular is Naba. Okay? Nabay Azim, right? Amma Nabay Azim, Nabay is news. So ذلك من أنباء غيب. This is the hidden news or account. نوحي إليك, we reveal to you. وما كنت لديهم إذ يلقون. You were not with them when they were to casting the loads. Okay? So again, this ghaib, amba is broken plural, and then aklamahum. Aklamahum also, let me just, what I will do here is that I will just break it for our case, okay? Just to separate it. Aklamahum. Okay, although it is, hum is part of it, but we just want to, so this aklam is a broken plural. Okay? So the singular is kalam, plural is aklam. Okay? Aklam. Then comes here. We go to next one, right? 545. So surah number 5, ayat number 45. Again in your Quran, I don't know which one, my print is page 156. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That's it. Well, juruhu kisasun, and retaliation for wounds. Okay? So in Islam, it is said that no, وَكَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ فِيهَا أَنَّ النَّفْسَ بِالْعَيْنِ نَفْسِ, right? If somebody takes a soul, then he also has to pay a soul. No? وَالْعَيْنَ بِالْعَيْنِ. If somebody injures your eye, so you're also allowed to injure the eye. So it says, وَالْجُرُوهُ قِصَاص. And there is also retaliation for the wounds. So juru is the wounds here. Juru, wounds. In singular is jar, plural is juru. Okay. Then وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. Okay. So ayun is, as you can see in our text, ayun is a plural of eyes, ayun. And they have eyes, but they do not see. وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. Although they have eyes, but they don't see. In other words, Allah is talking about seeing the spiritual. Sometimes people have eyes, but they don't see the truth, right? Just now, what is happening in Gaza, you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be, for example, be a Muslim. You don't need to be a sympathizer of Palestine. You just need to be a human being. That in no religion, in no law, in no country's law is allowed to kill the children, right? So walahum ayun, they have the eyes. Our leaders, politicians, right, all of them, even the Jewish lobby, they have the eyes. Liars, so yeah, they do not but not see it, right? They don't want to close this thing. Just because no, it is a retaliation, so we are allowed to do whatever we want. So they've just taken this as a, you can see, walahum ayun, they have eyes but do not see it, right? Allahum arjulun yamshuna biha. Yamshu is to walk. No? So Arjun here is, no, Arjun is man, Rijal is man, but this is Rijal. Arjun is feet. Okay? So this is a feet. This is again broken plural, Arjun. Rijlun, Arjun. Okay? Wa'lamu annama amwalakum awladakum fitnah. Again, what I will do for our case, just for our sake, no, because we want to separate. Kum, as you know, is a pronoun, right? Kum is a pronoun. Here also kum is pronoun, okay? It's attached pronoun here, kum. So what we'll do is that we are going to separate it, okay? Just for, no, that's not correct. Okay, so amwal, no, just amwal. Amwal is the plural of mal. Okay? Awlad is plural of walad. Okay, so amwal is wealth and awlad is children. Okay, walad awlad. So we have just separated with that hyphen, no, with a dash, just to separate it. So amwal is a broken plural, awlad is a plural. Are you all with me? You understand what I'm doing? Is this clear? We are highlighting the broken plurals. Any questions? You understand, right, what you're doing? Yes, Haidar?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just please, yeah, do respond. We are only few, do let me know, because I should not go continue and then there's nothing been understood. I hope all of you understand we are highlighting the broken plurals found in the Quran, these verses. Okay? Fitna. Now, the ayat is interesting. So when you see me quoting the entire ayat, there is a message there. And again, I would like you as students of this class, because Quran is beautiful, Quran is profound, Quran is great, right? Recently, we had an exhibition of Quran last weekend in Mississauga International Conference. So one question came again and again: why so many people have translated Quran, right? Although our collection was only about 40 translations, but there are 140 translations of Quran, right? I have the whole list. Inshallah, you'll see me posting on our website. No? The reason is that Quran is so profound. Everybody who reads the translation and knows the Arabic thinks, no, I should do something better job. I should convey the message correctly. So this is the beauty. The Quran is quite rich. Okay, so we should also know the Quranic message. So وَأَلَّمُ أَنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ أَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. Fitna here doesn't mean as we know in Urdu or Gujarati. In Urdu, fitna, Gujarati fitna is, for example, corruption or no, treason, no. Fitna here is trial. Allah says, know that your wealth and your children are fitna. No, Allah has given you children or wealth, not think that, oh, is pleased with you always. Sometimes Allah is testing you. Fitna. Allah in the azim. And the real reward is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you have a lot of wealth, if you have children, make sure that we use them properly. I know, for example, there are parents whom Allah has given a number of their sons and daughters. They say at least one of my child will go and learn Islamic studies full time and serve Islam. So they tell one of the child that you go, don't worry. Remaining, as far as I'm living as a father, I will support you. If I die, I'll ask my sons and daughters to support you if you need, but go out, go and study, come back and serve Islam, right? Because so they say on the real reward is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are trial. How much we are using, the wealth are we using for people who need. Okay, so it's a very good ayat and a lot of message there. Now, arbabun mutafarriquna khairun am Allahi wahid kahhar. So arbabun, the first one here, I'll again put a hyphen here, put a space. The first one is question. We'll come to it. We will not come to this because when we come to the words, later on we'll see alif of question, istifham. For example, alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka Harun. Did you not see how people of elephant came? So alif. But second one, arbabun, is the plural, spoken plural, arbabun, which is plural of Rab, that means Lord. Arbabun mutafarriquna khayrun amillahi wahid al-kahar. This is 12, Surah number 12 is what? Yusuf. So the Nabi Yusuf is in the prison and he finds two of the people, they get the meal together, they're together. So he's, by being there, he's preaching Tawheed there. And subhanAllah, this particular practice is followed by Muslims also. In American prisons, there are many Muslims. There are people who become Muslims in the prisons because they will find Muslims in the prison praying, very disciplined, remembering God. Right? They are not violent. So they're impressed by those fellow prisoners and they accept Islam. Right? So this is the practice from Nabi Yusuf. Yusuf was in the prison. He's talking to his fellow. Arbabun mutafarriquna khayrun amillahul wahidil kahhar. What is better? You've got different kind of lords and worship people, idols, but only one God who is all powerful. Allahul wahidul kahhar. Allah one and who is powerful. Right? So arbab is what is plural. Okay, program. Yes, Aluna, they are going to ask you about Jibal. Now, Jibal is also plural. What is Jibal? Anybody knows? Jibal is mountains.
Yeah.
Mountains. The singular is Jabal. Jibal is mountains. Whereas Aluna Jibal, they're asking about the mountains. can read the entire ayat, will tell you. No? So it's Saluna Kal Jibal, just they ask about it, just say what it is. So Jibal is there. Quran said the Jibal, the mountains are pairs. No? Today you find our earth, right? You know, science says that the earth is rotating. It's all the time rotating. That's how we get sun day and night, right? Because there's rotation. Right? Sun doesn't rotate, it's the earth which is rotating. But why we don't feel it? Why you don't see that movement? No, the reason is Jibal, Allah says, that I'll put those big mountains as pegs, no? As pegs, as supporters, right? So Yastalunaka al Jibal, they ask about the mountains. You should read the entire ayat. So Jibal is plural of Jabal, which is broken plural, okay? Azwaju ummahatun, and their mother are, no, so the Azwaju, again, no, we will just separate this and also separate this Azwajuhu, we put here, Azwaju. So Prophet and his mothers and his wives, sorry, and Azwajuhu, so Azwaj is plural of Zawj. Zawj is a wife or spouse. Azwaj is spouses, a wife. So Allah says Azwajuhu and his wives, ummahatun. They are the mothers of the community of people, right? So Prophet's wife is our mother. That's why we say, Fatima, Khadija, Ummul Mumineen, right? We say Khadija is Ummul Mumineen. Khadija is the mother of believers. No? So Azwaju and his wives are the mother of people, Muslim, right? So Azwaj. Ummahatu, also, this is also, Ummahatu, this is also, if you just take this thing, okay, and separate this thing, no. Yeah, Ummahatu. So Ummahatu also is broken plural of Ummahat, and their mothers, Ummahat. Okay. Jalna Shu'uban. So Shu'uban also is a broken plural, tribes, or Kabaila. Kabaila is a tribe, Shu'uban is groups. Allah has created us and made us into different groups and tribes. It's Araf. With Antum Ajinnatun fi butuni ummat. So Ajinnatun is fetuses. And you were just fetus in the mother, in the wombs of your mother. Fi butuni ummat. So these are all examples of what broken plurals. For you, the homework would be that besides this, that you, if you're not done this thing, you will do this, you'll take these three verbs and try to put the table. And the next thing is that we'll have also try to find 10 verses in which contains broken plurals, okay? So that is the example. Again, before we end, Zainab is gone, but I hope we'll let her know that I would like to continue doing this on Fridays, so that, because we only have now 2 Fridays remaining, okay? After this, only 2 Fridays, because you'll see that we don't have much time. Here is the calendar. So I'll put here in the beginning. You can see that we have, here it is. See, February 23, which is today. Next one Friday is March 1, okay? And then following Friday is March 8. So we put more time and complete the course, okay? Because on Monday also I want to put more time for level 1 and give more time. So please let me know if you don't mind. We'll be doing it at the same time on Fridays, okay?
So, sir, next class will be on Friday at 8 o'clock?
8:15.
8:15, inshallah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, 8:15. But we'll give more time like today.
Yeah, sure.
We'll give more time so that we try to finish the course before Ramadan.
Right.
Okay?
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, let me ask dua. So, Allah Hafiz.
Assalamu alaikum.